Okay, dear students, welcome back to our new session, Geography. Last day we started our second lesson, Population. So now it is a second topic. Now we are going to start our second topic, that is a distribution. Distribution of population. The distribution of population is not even throughout the world. That we have to everywhere, throughout the world, the distribution of population is not the same. So, according to area, it is a different. What is the reason behind it? Let us study. So here, distribution of population. So let's some areas like Ganga, Brahmaputra, some areas have more population, like river valley site or industrial regions. That are the examples. And these places are extremely crowded. Again, if we are going to some other areas like Sahara Desert or Amazon rainforest, are almost uninhabited. Okay, what is the reason? The distribution of population is influenced by two things. One is a physical or non-physical. That are the two things, a physical or a non-physical. And what about physical? The physical factors are determined by nature and cannot be completely controlled by man. Physical features according to the nature it is, but it is not controlled by man. The non-physical factors on the other hand are products of human activities and are also known as human factors. Some of the important physical and non-physical factors are listed below. On human activities, some are like this. Some of important physical and non-physical factors we are going to start. So, first let us study about physical factors, that is completely depend to the nature, and a man can't do anything on this one. First one, landforms. When we go some places or to wants to stay in some places, then where we will choose a flat surface, isn't it? Plain areas. Plains have the highest concentration of population due to the flat land. What is the reason behind? Because of a flat land. Plains have a highest concentration of population. Why? Reason behind there are, one is a flat land which is suitable for agriculture. That is the main thing. It is good for doing our agriculture and industrial work and transportation and other facilities are more in where in plain areas. But plateaus and mountains, if we see plateaus as well as mountain, then what will be the situation? There is very less concentration of population. And now climate, land structure we said. Which structure? Plain area have more population. Same time mountains as well as plateaus don't have that concentration of population. And climate. Regions have extremely hot or cold climate are thinly populated. So, are regions that do not receive much rainfall, like desert regions with moderate temperature and abundant rainfall are heavily populated. And when we think about a climatic condition where there is hot and severe cold, then what will be? There people are not like to stay. Why? For example, desert area like Sahara Desert or Antarctica, people are not like to stay there. And but where there is a moderate rainfall or a moderate temperature, there people likes to live. Why? The rainfall, enough and more rainfall if they get, that is helpful for their agriculture purpose or industrial development and such kinds of things. And we like to live in a moderate temperature, not severe temperature or less. Then let us go to soil. The areas with fertile soil usually support large populations. The areas with fertile soil, okay, that places what people likes to live. For example, we can have like valleys with fertile alluvial soil and densely populated. And now let us see another one, availability of water. Water is very essential for our life. If there is no water, then we are not able to survive in such kinds of places. Always, then thus from ancient time onwards, people are likes to settle near the river or near a water body. Why? Because of availability of water. And mineral and power resources. Areas that are rich minerals and sources of power usually support large populations. Areas where there is a what it is a rich mineral sources, that people likes to stay there because they know that there they will have more earnings. That is why, for example, after the discovery of gold field, the gold rush happened in America, Australia as well as South Africa. What do you mean by gold rush? In order to get gold or in order to work in gold mines, people rush to that particular countries after the discovery of a gold field. That is known as. Now, non-physical factors. What do you mean by non-physical factors? Socio-economic and cultural factors influence the distribution of population. Political stability, the availability of educational and healthcare facilities, and the presence of industries and employment opportunities are some of the conditions that encourage people to settle in an area. Centers of religious or cultural activity also attract people. And now let us see some of the centers of religious or cultural activity that also attract the people. And the cities like Tokyo, New York, Mumbai, Bangalore are crowded because they are the centers of industry and commerce, while Varanasi is crowded because the center of religion, learning and arts. And now let us see what is the reason behind it, industrial centers, because the people will rush to industrial centers for what purpose? For the seeking of a job or for doing business, and they will find there a better facilities. That is why people are like to live near the industrial areas. And same way we can see some of the religious places too. Most of then what the people usually doing or visiting the religious places. So tourists will be attracted to religious places, and that places business will be flourished according to the or related to religious materials. And that is why the people are likes to stay near the religious centers center of a religion, as almost the world's land is in the northern hemisphere. Now we can say another one, the world's land, most of the continents, where are they? They are near the they are in the southern northern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere there is not that much land, that much continent which contains northern hemisphere. And so 60 the world about 7.4 billion people in the year of 2014. Of course, 60% living in Asia, saying 10% in Europe, 16% in Africa, about 8% North America, 5.5% South America, and 0.5% in Australia. Thank you, dear students, and let us meet in next session.